Cold out here. Just me and the concrete. Got a pocket full of lint and a heart full of heavy people walking past like I'm invisible but ready. The city lights are pretty when you're looking from a penthouse, but down here on the pavement it's a different kind of lighthouse. It's the neon sign flickering, open 24 hours, seeking shelter from the rain, dodging emotional showers. No contacts in my phone, just a dial tone humming, waiting for a miracle that I don't think is coming. I stare at my reflection in a puddle on the street, distorted and broken, shoes worn out on my feet. They say money can't buy happiness, well that's a nice quote, but it buys a warm jacket and a ticket for the boat. I'm drowning on dry land, gasping for some air, reaching out a hand, but there's nobody there. I'm holding on to nothing but a rusty key to a door that doesn't exist, or I just can't see. Locked out of the life that they show on the screen, just a ghost in the machine, living in between. Yeah, just a rusty key in a heavy hand, trying to find a castle in this pile of sand. Stomach growling louder than the thunder in the sky. I swallow up my pride just to get by. Remember old friends or people that I knew fade away like mist when the rent comes due. Call me if you need me, yeah, I heard that before. But when the storm hit, they all locked the door. It's cool, I don't blame them, everyone has gotta wait. I'm just trying to navigate the twists of my fate. I sit on this bench, notebook on my knee, writing down a future that only I can see. I got 0 in the bank, 0 on the scale, but I got 100% will to never fail. It's cold tonight, freeze the bone, freeze the soul, but there's a fire in the chest, a tiny little flame, and that's all I need. Just one spark. Just one spark. I tighten up the laces, stand up on the concrete. The world is a giant and I'm looking at his feet, but giants can fall and the little man can rise. You can see the hunger burning deep inside my eyes. I don't need a handout, I don't need a loan. I'm carving out a kingdom, sitting on a stone. This rusty key, I'm gonna polish it to gold and tell the greatest story that has ever been told.
Check. 1, 2. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? I walk through the crowd, shoulders bumping in their suits. They look right through me like I have no roots. I screamed in the tunnel, but the sound didn't carry. It's a solitary life, it's a little bit scary. I went to the interview, wore my only clean shirt. The manager looked at me like I was made of dirt. What called you? He said, eyes glued to the floor. I knew the rejection before I reached the door. I'm a phantom in the city, drifting with the wind, paying for a crime when and I didn't even sin. I wave at the cars, but they never slow down. Just a silent observer in a very loud town. My voice has no volume, my presence has no weight. Just a shadow passing by a locked iron gate. I'm the invisible man, walking down the block, no hands on the face of the ticking clock. I scream out loud, but it's silent noise, lost in the shuffle of the big city toys. Invisible man, do you see me now? I'm wiping the sweat off my tired brow. One day I'll be solid, one day I'll be real, and show the whole world exactly how I feel. I see them eating dinner through the glass of the cafe, laughing at the jokes that the other people say. I wonder what it feels like to belong to a crew, to have a simple safety net to catch you when you fall through. I went to the library just to feel the heat, read about the kings who were raised on the street. They were invisible too, until they made a mark, until they lit a torch in the middle of the dark. So I study the silence, I master the stealth, building up the knowledge, that's the inner wealth. If you won't look at me, then you won't see me coming. Listen to the beat of the war drums drumming.
Now you see me, now you don't.
I'm fading in, I'm turning up the contrast, resolution increasing. Watch this.
Now you see me.
Watch this.
Now you see me.
I'm done being ghost, I'm ready to be flesh. Caught in the struggle, tangled in the mesh, but I'm cutting my way out, I'm making a sound, stomping my feet till I crack the ground. You ignored the seed, now deal with the tree. I'm forcing the world to acknowledge me. No more disappearing, no more blending in. The invisible man is about to win. Yeah, I'm right here. Look at me, I'm right here. Yeah, I'm right here.
Now you see me. Now you see me.
Now you don't.
Now you see me. Now you don't. I live in a box, four corners in a bed, trying to silence the noise in my head. Neighbor on the left is fighting with his wife, neighbor on the right is having the time of his life. I hear the champagne pop, I hear the glasses clink, I'm staring at the dripping water in my sink. It's torture to listen to a door you can't touch, wanting it so bad that it hurts too much. I turn on the TV just to drown it all out, but the news is just filled with the fear and the doubt. Put on my headphones, play the beat on repeat, try to escape from this dead end street. Every single night is a test of the mind, leaving the reality far behind. Paper thin walls, I can hear the world spin, wondering if they will ever let me inside. And I'm on the outside, looking at the door, sleeping on a mattress right on the floor. Paper thin walls, separating the dreams, ripping at the fabric, tearing at the seams. One day I'm gonna break through the plaster and wood and live the kind of life that I know I should. I count the cracks in the ceiling above, dreaming of money and dreaming of love, but dreams don't pay bills when the envelope comes. I'm tired of asking, tired of crumbs. I hear the engine rev of a car outside, imagining the places where I could ride. Distance is zero, but it feels like a mile. Haven't seen a genuine reason to smile, but this pressure is making it dumb, and I swear I'm breathing the toxic and heavy air and turning it into a fuel for the jet. The biggest underdog that you ever met. Break it down. Punch through this room can't hold me. This block can't hold me. I'm bigger than this box. I'm packing my bags in my mental space, getting ready to leave this forgotten place. I'm not gonna whisper, I'm gonna shout. This is a rule, yeah, I figured it out. Transition into silence.
They sleep, they sleep. We run. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, 3 a.m. alarm clock buzzing in the dark. Time to go and make a solitary mark. Lace them up tight, double knot the string. I'm training for the belt. I'm stepping in the ring, the city is asleep. The streets are all mine. I'm crossing every border, crossing every line. Legs feel heavy, but the spirit is light. I'm running away from the shadows of the night. First step is the hardest, that's what they say. But the second step is harder when you've had a bad day. I don't care about the pain, I embrace the burn. This is the only way that I'm gonna learn. No coach, no cheerleaders, no water cup, just me and the gravity holding me up. It's a midnight marathon, running alone, chasing the destiny on the unknown. Pavement is pounding, heart beating fast, breaking the chains of the difficult past. Don't look back, don't slow the pace. This is my life, this is my race. Midnight marathon under the moon. I promise that I'm gonna get there soon. Sweat in my eyes, stinging like the salt. If I don't make it, it's my own fault. No excuses allowed on this late night track. I put the whole world on my sweaty back. I passed the old places where I used to fail. Now I'm moving like a freight train on the rail. Rhythm on my feet is a hypnotizing beat, turning the bitterness into something sweet. I see the finish line inside of my brain, pushing through the wind and the freezing rain. Every mile is a lesson, every block is a test. I'll sleep when I'm dead, I don't need the resting. Inhale, exhale. One foot, then the other, then the other. Keep moving, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Never stop, never stop, never stop. The sun starts rising, paint in the sky. I'm still running, I'm still flying high. The world is waking up to the work I put in. This is the very beginning of the win. My lungs are on fire, but my mind is cold. I'm breaking the mold, I'm bold in the old school with the ethic, new school with the flow. Watch how fast a determined man can go. Why finish the run? Hands on my knees, looking at the future through the morning breeze. Lap one, complete. A million more to go. Marathon continues. Yeah, heavy breathing fades into a steady heartbeat. Locked in, locked in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Locked in. Blinders on the side, I don't see the left or right. I've been working through the morning, working through the night. Coffee in the system, turn anxiety to fuel. I'm a student and a teacher, and I'm building up the school. No parties on the weekend, I'm chilling at the club. I'm scrubbing off the rust. I'm in the tub, cleaning up my act, sharpening the blade. This is how the foundation of a legacy is made. They texting me where you at, we haven't seen you in weeks. I'm climbing up the mountain, trying to reach the peaks. I can't relate to gossip, I can't relate to chill. I got a vision in my head that I have to fulfill. Isolation is the price, loneliness the cost. I'm drawing up the map for the ones who are lost. Yeah. Tunnel vision, I see the target, nothing else is in the frame. Tunnel vision, I'm not looking for the glory or the fame. I'm looking for the breakthrough, looking for the light. Lock it in, focus, keep it going side to side. Tunnel vision, yeah, yeah, tunnel vision, They sleep, I grind, that's the cliche line, but it's really how it feels when you're running out of time. Every second is a currency I can't afford to waste. Success is a flavor that I'm dying to taste. I stumble and I trip, skip the skin on my knee, get up, dust it off. Ain't nobody helping me, and that's fine, that's great. That's the way it's gotta be when I make it to the top.
top. The victory is free, no thinking to a sponsor, no thinking to a crew. Just a thinking to the mirror and the things I had to do. My shadow was my partner, the pavement is my friend. I'm sprinting on a marathon, I don't see the end. Focus, distraction is the enemy. Comfort is the enemy. The wall is right there. Break through it, smash through it. I'm cutting off the dead weight, lighter on my toes. How far can I take it? Only heaven knows. I'm coding in the basement, writing in the dark, trying to turn a little flame into a massive art. They ask me why I do it, why I struggle so hard. Because I saw the bottom and I didn't like the view. I promised to myself I'd do something new, so I locked the door, turned the phone to silent mode. I'm traveling the lonely and a rocky road. Yeah. Straight ahead, one way up. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Go back. Go back. Go back. Get out of my head. Please. I'm sitting in the silence, but it's loud inside. Nowhere to run, nowhere left to hide. The mirror's talking back, saying I'm a fraud. Playing with a deck that is definitely flawed. Who do you think you are? Voice start to scream. You're just a broken person chasing a silly dream. Try to cover my ears, try to hum a tune, but the doubt is rising up like a tidal moon. Maybe they were right, maybe I should quit. Maybe I don't have talent or the grit. The fatigue is setting in, bones are getting weak. I haven't seen the sunlight in about a week. I'm wrestling a demon that has my own face, trapped in a mental and emotional cage. Echoes in the hall, bouncing off the wall, waiting for the moment that I finally fall. Are you a friend or are you a foe? Voice inside my head, I really need to know. Echoes in the hall, screaming my name, driving me crazy, driving me insane. I need to find a silence, need to find a peace, need to make the inner conversation cease. Need to make the inner conversation cease. Yeah. I look at the progress, it seems so small, like I'm chipping at a mountain with a tennis ball. The finish line is moving further away. The night is getting longer, swallowing the day. I see the other people making it look easy, while I'm over here feeling sick and queasy. Comparison is poison, I drink it from the cup. Growing
the email, couldn't believe my eyes. Finally a break, finally a prize. It's not $1 million, just a little bit, but it's enough to prove that I shouldn't quit. The engine's butter, but now it's humming smooth. I'm finding my pocket, finding my groove. Someone noticed the work, someone validated the success that I had anticipated. I bought a decent meal, tasted like a feast, tamed the hunger of the inner beast. The colors of the world look a little more bright. Everything is shifting into the light. I called up my mom, said maybe it's working. I can see the opportunity lurking. It only takes a spark to start a fire. We going up, we going higher. First little win feels like a lot. Giving it everything that I got. It's the first spark, lighting up the dark, hitting the bullseye, hitting the mark. Wheels are misbuilding, wheels are spinning. This is the feeling of the beginning of winning. I walk with a bounce, head held high. Waved at the haters as I walked on by. They looking confused, he's still around. Yeah, I'm the flower growing through the ground. I reinvest the profit, put it back in the dream. Building up the steam, building up the team. Well, the team is still me, but I feel like a giant. I remain hungry and I remain defiant. The door cracked open just a little inch, and I put my foot in, I didn't flinch. Now I'm pushing it wide, stepping inside, enjoying the roller coaster kind of ride. One became two, two became four. The math is working, I wanted more. Fan the flames, let it burn. Did it only take a spark, start a fire. We going up, we going higher. First little win feels like a lot. Giving it everything that I got. It's the first spark, lighting up the dark, hitting the bullseye, hitting the mark. Moment's dumb is building, wheels are spinning, and I'm winning. I remember the night shivering in the cold. Now I'm feeling brave, now I'm feeling bold. Small victories stack up to a big wall. I'm standing tall, I'm feeling 10 feet tall. This isn't the end, it's just the start of the race. But finally I'm moving at a steady pace. Watch the fire spread, watch the glow. I told you I was ready, now you know. Fire, it's burning now, can't put it out. Fire, it's burning now, can't put it out. First spark. Can't stop now, no brakes. I'm moving too fast for the naked eye. I'm a rocket ship shooting across the sky. Phone blowing up, opportunities knocking. Everybody watching, everybody talking. Used to be silent, now it's a roar. I'm kicking down every single locked door. Work piling up, but I handle the load. I'm in the zone, I'm in the mode. See this for the weak, or so I pretend. I don't want this energy to ever end. Snowball rolling down the side of the hill, getting bigger and bigger. Stronger will, I'm signing the paper, making the deals. Finally seeing how the good life feels. Momentum, baby. I got the speed, I got everything that I'm gonna need. Rolling like thunder, striking like lightning. The power I have is a little bit frightening. Momentum pushing me from the back, running full speed on express track. Get out the way or get run over, like in a drive for over. I'm juggling plates, but I don't drop a one. I'm having a blast, I'm having some fun. The stress is different now, it's a good kind of stress. Turning a mess into a huge success. I hired a friend, now we're feeding the crew. Look at what a little bit of faith can do. We working all night, high fiving the dawn. The pawn is transformed, no longer a pawn. I'm the king of the board, making the moves. Wearing out the soles of my running shoes, but I buy new ones fresher than before. I'm leveling up, check the high score. Faster, harder, stronger. It's automatic now, it's a machine now. Unstoppable force. I look at the graph and the line goes up. Pouring some champagne in a paper cup. Haven't forgotten where I came from, no way. But I'm celebrating a bright new day. The struggle was fuel, the pain was the gas. Now moving forward and I'm moving fast. Catch me if you can, I'm already gone. Moving to carrying me to the dawn. Zoom, 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 we gone. Next level movement. Next level movement. They didn't invite me.
So I brought my own wood and my own tools. I knocked on the door of the VIP. They looked at my clothes and they laughed at me. Said this table is full, no room for a guest. Put my patience and my temper to the test. So I walked away, didn't shed a tear. Went to the forest, faced the fear. Cut down a tree of the doubt and the hate. Decided I wasn't gonna leave it to fate. I sanded the wood, I polished the grain. Built it through sunshine, built it through rain. Carved my initials deep in the seed. Now the construction is finally complete. I built my own table, now I eat what I want. Don't need a reservation at the restaurant. I invite who I like, I feed who is real. This is the art of the ultimate deal. The table is open, the table is set. The best dinner party that you ever met. Yeah, built from the struggle, built from the scratch. Now I'm the owner of the whole batch. Built from the struggle, built from the scratch. Now I'm the owner of the whole batch. Yeah. Now those same people who locked the door are standing outside asking for more. Hey, can we sit? Can we grab a plate? Sorry, my friends, you are a little too late. Or maybe I'm generous, maybe I'm kind. I'll let you pull up if you open your mind. This seat wasn't given, this seat was made with the sweat of the brow and the edge of the blade. We talk about business, we talk about life, without the envy, without the strife. I look at my hands, callous and rough, but holding the silver is never enough. It's knowing the value of what you create that makes the food taste incredibly great. Pull up a chair. Yeah, well, respect the wood. Respect the word. So if you're out there and you feel rejected, feeling abandoned and disconnected, don't beg for a seat, don't beg for a crumb. Don't let the rejection make you feel numb. Go build your own castle, build your own throne. Make it the finest that's ever been known. Then you sit down at the head of the board, reaping the harvest and the reward. Yeah. Got my table, my rules, bon appetit. Bon appetit. Top floor. We made it. I pressed the button, doors slide apart. I remember when the struggle used to tear apart my heart. Now I'm standing on the balcony, the city is a toy. I look at the horizon with a calm and quiet joy. The air appears different, it tastes like sweet relief. I turned a book of failures and unshakable belief. Remember eating noodles out of cup, cold water. Now I'm ordering the menu for my son and my daughter. I see the streets below me where I used to sleep rough, where every single day was jagged and tough. It feels like a movie that I watch someone play, but I wrote the script and I made it to the day. No bitterness inside me, only gratitude remains. The sunshine feels better when you weather all the rains. It's the
Skyline View.
Yeah.
From the top of the world.
Flags of the victory.
Flags that delivery finally unfurled.
We started from the bottom.
No roads, no stairs.
Yeah.
Climbing with our fingers in our desperate prayers.
Now we here. Yeah, the view is so clear.
No fear.
No fear.
Just a skyline view.
Yeah. They ask me for the secret, how I made the climb. I tell them it was patience and a whole lot of time. It was beliefs when nobody else would believe. It was given when I didn't have a thing to receive. I remember being lonely, thinking I would break. Now I shake hands and the whole room shake. But I stay humble, keep the ego in the check, cause I know how it feels to have a foot on the neck. I pull up others, send the elevator down.
Cause what's the point of being king of an empty town? We feast together, celebrate the scars we bear, breathing in the rare and expensive air. Look how far we came. Remember the name. It wasn't in vain. We made it. So this is for the kid with the hole in the shoe, thinking that there's nothing that he can never do. Listen to my voice, let it resonate deep. You have promises inside you that you have to keep. The road is gonna hurt, yeah, the road is gonna sting, but winter always passes and turns into the spring. Keep walking through the fog till the sun burns through. One day you'll be standing with a skyline view. Checks clear, so clear. Family is good, no friends at the start, now a circle of trust. We brushed off the dirt and we shook off the dust. Skyline View. Skyline